Mary Livingstone Farrell was born in Halifax, Nova Scotia, but moved to Durham, North Carolina with her family at the age of 2. From her earliest years, Mary exhibited an interest in clay that would develop into a passion that would one day lead her to the pottery-rich community of Westmoore. Her pursuit of a career in pottery eventually led her to Jugtown Pottery, where she met her future husband, David. In 1977, they opened Westmoore Pottery together and officially became residents of the remarkable community they would both go on to positively impact in countless ways. The Farrells expanded their family with the addition of their children, Ian and Eric, and became active participants in every aspect of life in Westmoore.
Mary and David, ever since they've come to this community, have been an asset. They have given so much back to the community.
When I first came to Westmoore in 1995, Mary's youngest child, Eric Farrell, was in my first class. So I met Mary as a parent, and she immediately started volunteering in my classroom. If there was anything I needed, she would be the first one to get it and bring it to my room, or if I needed an extra hand, she was there to be that extra hand to help out with things we were doing in the room, theme activities we were doing. But she wasn't just in my room, she was pretty much all over Westmoore.
Mary has done so much with the Robbins Area Christian Ministry. We've worked with her for that for years, and they just give so much to the community.
Mary Farrell embodies the ideals of servant leadership and has embraced every opportunity to make a tangible difference in Westmoore's school and community. If you flip through the minutes of Westmoore PTA meetings throughout the 1990s and 2000s, it would be difficult to imagine that you could see any parent's name more frequently than Mary's. Mrs. Farrell's commitment to Westmoore was so consistent that those who didn't know any better often mistook her for school staff. Anywhere she saw a need, she took action.
For a little while, they wondered if Mary was one of the teachers out here because they kept running into her at school when they would come to get their kid for a dentist appointment or something, because she was just so present.
If someone just come in and they would pick up kids and drop off kids, they would think she was part of the staff. That's how much she was here.
I just think her demeanor, she's soft-spoken, she's encouraging to children. I think that they respond very well to her personality, and she just seems like she would do anything if a child needed it.
In the 1990s, Mary voluntarily started a program that allowed students the opportunity to create and publish a school-wide newsletter under her guidance. Paw Prints, as it was called, was a great success. Mary also led the campaign to update the school playground, a great need at the time and an enormous undertaking. From working to secure the finances to completing the manual labor alongside additional community volunteers, she was involved in every facet of making the project a reality. When the school lacked a math enrichment program, she not only started one, but took care of every detail so that teachers didn't have one more thing on their already full plates.
When I was PTA president at Westmoore, Mary worked tirelessly. She started the Math Stars program at Westmoore, and she worked with children in all sorts of ways that they learn, and she also worked with the teachers and the librarian.
The playground equipment out here had been here since I had been here, and wasn't that much of it to begin with. So she got the ball rolling and was the driving force behind getting better playground equipment. And she organized fundraisers, and I think she probably did a lot of the checking out what would be good equipment and ordering it. And she organized work days on Saturdays. And my husband and I came out here on Saturdays and we had to uproot old equipment and put in new equipment, and it was hot and hard and heavy because this equipment is not lightweight. And she and other community members and families and friends and all would volunteer and come out here and work on those playground equipment to get that installed. And it's, people may not realize how good a playground is for children, social activity wise, and just learning other little things that you don't get in the classroom. And she was very instrumental in getting that, and she just wanted the kids to have a better playground.
And the playground, her and David both were instrumental in helping get the funds. I know the Owens did too, helping getting the funds to build the new playground and the boardwalk and all of that, but they were instrumental in like putting it all together and building it. You know, it wasn't just the background of, you know, getting the funds for it, but it was actually building it and getting it out there. And, you know, and that's why I'm saying when they saw a need for something, it wasn't just, oh, well, let's have a meeting and talk about it. It was, let's get it done. You know, it's like boots on the ground and putting in the time. You know, you could tell that her heart was here.
Well, and I can't imagine how many hours she did spend, because it was an endeavor, and you know, people don't sometimes come out and want to do physical works or have equipment to do it. So she had to get some folks together that could move these big pieces. And I know the playground's changed some since then, but I think she's what brought the whole effort of paying attention to that as a tool that our school needed.
Mary's dedication as a parent far surpassed being involved in her own children's education. She advocated for every single student at Westmoore. She sought solutions for students who were struggling and helped teachers implement innovative strategies to try to find something that worked. She worked tirelessly to ensure that our school was the best it could be.
But I think that's what makes a legend, is that you feel it that deeply. You don't just do it because, you know, you need to take your kids to school, or it's your heart and soul, and you're doing it because you love the people that's there.
Today, Mary continues to be an asset to our school and community. She is active in her church and works with the local food pantry through the Robbins Area Christian Ministry. She continues to support the school through financial sponsorships and pottery donations. When it comes to her efforts to support Westmoore Elementary School, Mary Farrell has given new meaning to the phrase going above and beyond. May her legacy serve as an example for generations to come of the difference that can be made when the community invests in and fully supports its schools.